It's not what Shane Nelson and Robert Verhagen expected.
Didn't catch any fish, ran out of propane early, and got stranded on the ice.
It was their first time ice fishing.
Sounded like almost somebody fired a gun out there. We thought it was interesting. We got out of our shanty, looked, and 2 hours later, here a couple people yelling that the ice was separating.
Late Saturday morning, a piece of ice separated from the main shoreline on Greenbay, taking their gear with it. The Brown County Sheriff's Office first reported 27 people on the ice floe, then upped that number to 34 a few hours later.
I heard reports that the ice had drifted out approximately 2,000 feet from where they originally were. Our ice boat operators indicated that the ice had moved farther each trip that they went back for a rescue.
Lieutenant John Bain with the Sheriff's Office believes the ice fishermen were on the separated ice shove for an hour and a half. Adding the rescue took multiple trips. As for what might have caused the ice to break up,
a barge may have come through and that may have disrupted the ice. So the disruption in the ice along with the naturally occurring conditions may have led to that. The current and the winds, things can change fast and you're not always aware that they are changing.
A reminder, the bay isn't completely frozen over. It's why Bain says to be aware of conditions and having your cell phone on. And as for Nelson and Verhagen,
we do now, thankfully.
They were reunited with their gear.
Extreme cold weather can also affect your heating bills. Matt Cullen with Wisconsin Public Service joins us live via Zoom this morning. Hi, Matt. Good morning.
Good morning, Rachel. Nice to talk to you again.
You too. So we're talking about ways to stay warm without the energy bills going up, and that can be as simple as wrapping up in a blanket.
Yeah, there's several ways that Wisconsin Public Service customers can not only use energy efficiently, but also safely as we have this first stretch of frigid weather that's arriving this winter. Here's 3 quick ways that our customers can use energy safely and efficiently. Only use newer model space heaters and keep them away from anything that could be flammable. Open shades during the day while it's sunny out to let Mother Nature naturally heat up your home, and add a sweater or add a blanket so that you can stay warm without having to go to that thermostat and increase the heat in your home.
Yeah, kind of bundle up inside if you need to, just to save a little bit of money. What if you're using, you mentioned space heaters, and what about electric blankets? Are there any safety reminders for those?
Electric blankets may be something that can help you stay warm when it does get very frigid out, but it's important to keep in mind that if you have pets in your home, keep them away from those electric blankets because their teeth and their claws can damage the wire insulation that's part of that electric blanket and could cause an issue with it. So I know we want to snuggle up with our pets all times throughout the year, and especially when it's cold out, but it's a good idea to make sure that they're staying a little bit away from those electric blankets just to help them and yourself stay safe.
Is it safe to heat your home with an oven?
Customers should never heat their home with an oven. Not only is it inefficient, but it's also dangerous because that could lead to carbon monoxide poisoning. Our customers can protect their homes even more by installing carbon monoxide detectors on every level of their home. Carbon monoxide is a gas that you cannot see and you cannot smell, so those detectors really are key tools to help you know if carbon monoxide is present so that if it is, you can leave the area right away.
You mentioned keeping your blinds open, the curtains open to let the warmth of the sun in. Does that really make a big difference?
It certainly can during the winter because that natural light and the sunlight from the sun can come into your home and naturally heat up that home, and it can help rooms and spaces feel just a few degrees warmer. And again, that can help prevent you from going to your thermostat and having to make an adjustment, turn up the heat so that your furnace is running more often. Another great tip when it comes to those shades is at night to close them. That helps block out any drafts that might be present with cold air coming into your home. Again, helps that warm air really stay in rooms and spaces so that it's not leaking outdoors. You're not having cold air come indoors.
A bird that eats nothing but fish needs some help from anglers in the area. This osprey consumes a steady supply of fish to get through the winter. Fox 11's Eric Peterson has more on an area rehabilitator who is asking for help.
Inside this garage at the Feather Wildlife Rehab Education Center near New London, owner Pat Fisher says this freezer is about half full of fish.
It's only January. We got a long time to go before those guys are out on open water. So anything we can get down will be mostly appreciated.
Fisher says this osprey is one of about a dozen educational birds at the center. The bird would typically migrate to South America, but a broken wing keeps it here year-round.
And this one only likes fish, so always looking for additional fish to be able to feed her. She'll go through anywhere from 1 to 3 fish in a day, depending on the size of those fish.
Volunteer Adam Brandt says the osprey will eat panfish like bluegills and crappies, and she likes sheep's head too.
She won't touch fillets, but the whole fish is ideal. The other thing that's important is that the fish has to be the right size for her. Ospreys have really big feet, and so if a fish is too small, she can't get at anything because her foot's covering the entire fish.
Brandt says the fish need to be anywhere from 7 to 20 inches long. He says the osprey will eat the entire fish, and anglers should make sure they remove any hooks before dropping off the donations.
We scan every fish that comes in before it's fed to her with a metal detector, but still can never be too careful. The last thing we want is for her to get a hook in one of the fish that she's going to eat.